Hello, my loves. Hello, and welcome back to A Safe Space with Grace. Welcome to the podcast, and I'm so glad you're here. Very real setup today. I'm still in my dressing gown. It's to be fair, 10:30 in the morning is not late. I have had the most chill. Let's get comfy. I don't know how to sit. I'm in one of those situations, you just don't know how to sit. Because I kind of want to relax back, but I kind of just. Should we sit like that? We're back. We're better. This week, oh my days, so much has happened. But firstly, I just want to say, how are you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. Please comment below. I think I've got comments switched on Spotify or on YouTube. Please comment below how you're doing, because I always tell you how I'm doing. And now I want to know how you're doing. So I hope you had a good week. I'm trying to think of things that has happened this week. It's actually been a really busy week. I went back to university, which was good, really good. It's so nice to see my friends again after literally 2 months of not seeing them. Yeah, that's really nice. We've started some new modules, which is really interesting. That was basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I was just at uni all day. I literally did not have time to myself those 3 days. And then so I'm filming this on Friday. Yesterday I actually went to London on my own for an event, which was so incredible. I love events, and I've not been to many. It's still I still get imposter syndrome going to events. I just feel so I don't know what it is. I literally used to watch people go into events and be like, oh, I wish I could go, and now I'm going to them and I'm like, wow, this is incredible. I'm so grateful. Yesterday was a Nana Tate event and it was in a collab with Alice Living, which was so good. We did so we got there. I always wanted to know the behind the scenes of events, so I'm going to try and just explain what it's like. So I got there, took my bags downstairs, put them in the room, in the changing rooms, and then went up, and we had smoothies that was available. So I tried a smoothie, which was really nice. I got the recipe for it as well, so I'm going to try and make that. And then had the smoothies, got to know everybody. We did a little Pilates class, which was fun, really, really good. It's nice that I'm actually being able to join in exercise based things now, and it's not I don't know, I'm just completely reframing that whole idea of exercise in my mind, which I am very grateful for. I love that, and it's been such a important thing for me to do. I think that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about today, sort of letting go of the eating disorder. So I'll save that for when we're actually talking about the topic for today. But yeah, I think it's just nice to have that difference, that complete just reframing what exercise can be for. It's nice. So we did that, and then we actually tried, so it was a potato based, that's what the company is, they're a potato company, and so we tried potato based recipes and sort of just addressing the fact that potatoes are should not be demonized, just basically getting rid of diet culture, which I love. Perfect event. So I went there, and that was incredible. And then I went from the event to meet with my management, which was really, really good. Had a lovely meeting, very excited for the year ahead. And then I just came home, and it doesn't actually sound like a lot in the day, but because I got on the train out of London to go to London at 8 in the morning, and I got home at 5:45. I was so tired. I literally got straight in my pajamas, had tea. I was gonna have an early night, I went to bed at 9 o'clock, but then I doom scrolled for about 2 hours, so I actually end up going to bed about 11. Well, sleep about 11. But that's alright, we're fine. Today I'm having the most chilled day and I'm so glad about it. Oh, we're not really having a chilled evening. Like, why am I so spaced out today? I just keep on spacing out and forgetting what I'm saying. Today we're having a really chill day. I love watching Miranda in the morning. I literally have, so on repeat, I have Friends, Modern Family, and Miranda. Those 3 TV shows, and I just go between them all. I've not actually watched Modern Family all the way through, so I think I'm going to watch that after I finish Miranda again for about the 20th time. But every morning when I'm having my breakfast, I just like give myself that time to watch my favourite shows and enjoy my breakfast, just relax before the day starts. And I've just found it really helps with just my mental space for the day. I love weekends at the minute. Weekends are making me so happy. I just love them. So Saturdays in the morning, I've just been getting out in nature, whether that's a little run, whether that's a walk, whether anything. I've just been getting out in nature on a Saturday, and not because I've got to, not because I feel like I have to, just because I really enjoy it. Like, I look forward to that on my weekend. I look forward to my Saturday mornings, just like me time, being out in nature. And it just makes me really happy and like really regulates me. Like, I don't know, I always feel my best mentally once I've done that little act of self-care of being outside. So that is a Saturday morning for me. And then we're actually going to see some family tomorrow afternoon, Saturday afternoon. And then Sunday, I'm so excited. This is the thing. So I pulled carvery out of my fear food jar for the week this week, which I haven't actually challenged like a roast out. And it's something that I've wanted to do for so long. It's just something I want to be able to do, to go out for a roast. Like, that just seems so wholesome and nice, and I just want to be able to join in. So that's what I picked out. So Sunday we are going for a roast, and at this really nice pub that we've wanted to go to for so long, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It'll be such a wholesome weekend. So yeah, I'm loving weekends. And then obviously back to uni Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So it's quite an intense start of the week, but then I like it because I've got like a long weekend. Life is good. Ups and downs, obviously. I'm never gonna always be like, life is great and all this and that. No, that's just not how it works. Like, there's always ups and downs, but all in all, it's actually going, like, I'm really enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. So it's nice. Recommendation for this week, I am still recommending Court of the Rose and ACOTAR. I have gotten to a good part. I'm about halfway through now, and it's getting good, guys. It's getting good. I can feel myself getting hooked to it, and I can read it. Like, literally yesterday, the train there, the train back, I was just reading the whole time. And every time I put it down, every time I was like, okay, I'm a bit bored of reading now. Like, my brain's just wants a bit of relaxation of not working. And then 2 minutes later, I'd be like, no, I need to know what's happening in the book. Like, it's really good. I'm really excited for the second one because apparently that's even better. I'm like, what? I'm so excited. For this week's topic, for this week's podcast, oh my days, the topic for this week's podcast, I thought I'd talk a bit about letting go of the eating disorder. It's something that's really on my mind at the minute and really just in my life, in everything. I think my socials, with everything, I'm just so like, I'm finding it hard to navigate, if I'm being honest, because I am slowly but surely letting go of the eating disorder. It's not ruling my life anymore. It's not controlling anything that I do, because every time, proven enough times now that the eating disorder lies, so every time it comes in and tells me and makes me think something, I just know that it's not real, so I just don't do it. And so it's really not in my life. Like, obviously the thoughts are there, but the behaviours aren't, so it's just slowly getting rid of it out of my life. And obviously my account started as a recovery account. I obviously still post about recovery because I am still in recovery. There's still parts, I mean, I still need to challenge a lot of the foods in that jar, completely just let go of it. But I don't know, I do feel like I'm letting go, and I do feel like on my accounts I obviously changed the name from Grace W Recovering to Grace W Lifestyle. Like, oh, I think it was like over a year ago I changed that, and I knew I wanted to do that because I knew that I didn't want my account to fully just be recovery and that's it, because I know that in time the eating disorder won't be part of my life anymore, and that's a good thing. And I hope that, and the avenue I kind of want to take with my account is showing that there's a life after an eating disorder, there's a life after not even just eating disorders, after mental illness. Like, you are capable of letting go of it and getting back to being you. And that's what I want to go at. That's the approach that I want to give. But it's, how do I navigate that? And like, I've got lots of ideas for how to do it on my socials, but I think just in life as well. Like, I remember at the beginning of recovery, I was so terrified of letting go of the eating disorder. I was so scared because I just didn't know like what I had in my life other than the eating disorder. And obviously at that moment that was true, because I'd based my whole life just was based on this eating disorder, because it just completely takes over. It isolates you. It just makes you think about that. It just makes you think about the eating disorder and then the compulsive behaviours and the thoughts. Like, your whole life is basically just taken away, and then just this eating disorder just comes in. Like, I always describe it, for me, is I felt like a puppet to the eating disorder. I felt like I was taken away and the eating disorder just came in and took over everything. So obviously at the beginning of recovery, that I was bound to be scared. Like, what do I have other than this? Because my whole life had been taken away. I couldn't think of anything because at that time there wasn't anything. So that's why when I went through treatment, there was a point where there was like, okay, we need to start building up things in your life again. We're going to try nice hobbies. We're going to try things away from the eating disorder that just build up your identity again as Grace and as you. Like, you have to build your identity up. And it's hard because building your identity up again is difficult. Like, you're creating this version of yourself that you don't even know, because you're not going to go back to the version you was before the eating disorder. Because for me anyway, I can't really speak for everybody else. I don't know, you might relate, you might not, but for me, I had no self-worth before the eating disorder. I didn't like myself. I was really unhappy with everything. And so I think I was never going to go back to that version of myself, because I've learnt too many lessons through the eating disorder to just go back to how I was before. So I wasn't going to go back to that. I wasn't going to stay the same as in the eating disorder, because that was me unwell. And so it's sort of that fear of the unknown. Like, you're like, oh, I'm going to change into this person that I don't even know yet, and I don't know what identity, I don't know what they'll be like. I don't know what, it's literally the fear of the unknown, because you do not know that version of yourself yet, because it's a version of you that's been through so much, has so many new beliefs, just so much more knowledge than before. Like, it's crazy. And now that I'm at the other side of it, and now that I'm at the other side of knowing that version of myself, I am so grateful that I've done it. I'm so grateful I've built this up, because I am such a happier version of myself. I don't judge myself as much anymore. Obviously I have the odd day where it's hard, and everybody has odd off days, that's absolutely normal, but I do not judge myself half as much as I used to. And who knows, in the future, maybe I'll be at complete acceptance of myself. It's weird, because with how I feel like sometimes on social media, I give off the impression, and I always try and show ups and downs, and people do say, like, thank you for showing the ups and downs, so I do think I do share it. I don't know, I just always get a bit scared that I'm not sharing enough of the reality as I should. I don't know how to word it. I think it's just so important to let go of that eating disorder. It's so important to know that you can let go of it, and to actually recover is to be able to live without it. And so when I'm at a place of being recovered, and obviously I think recovery is a long journey, like, there's always going to be new things that come in. There might be new things that come in and you're like, oh, okay, I need to challenge that belief. I need to rewire that. So I think it is a journey that keeps going and you have to really work on it. It's not just a linear path where you're like, okay, I'm challenging all my foods. Oh, yeah, I'm recovered. Like, that's just not how it works. It's up and down and up and down, and there's so many other parts other than food that you have to sort of figure out and challenge to recover, because like eating disorders, yes, like externally it looks like it's about food, but internally it's so much more than just about food, and that is such a key thing to know. Recovery isn't just about challenging fear foods. People might not even have fear foods, and if you don't, you are completely valid. It's about finding your self-worth. It's about knowing that you're good enough, and also it's just about finding healthy coping mechanisms, because for me the eating disorder was a coping mechanism. I used it to push everything out that I was suppressing. I have spoken about it a bit on my channel, but I had there was a few things in my childhood that caused me mentally a few issues, and so then I turned to this for a coping mechanism. And we've realised this because every time those thoughts would crop up, the eating disorder would get louder. So you have to try and figure out, okay, what am I suppressing with the eating disorder? And once you figure that out, you can then heal that, but in a healthy way. And you can find healthy replacement coping mechanisms. For me, I journal every night and I have a solid morning routine. I really just focus on things that are good for my mental space when I'm feeling overstimulated, when I'm feeling overwhelmed, when I can feel just like my anxiety is going up. I go and get a warm shower, or I'll colour, or I'll do a jigsaw, or I'll actually speak to people around me. I'll speak to my loved ones, because that is so important, finding that healthy coping mechanism away from the eating disorder, because the eating disorder is an unhealthy coping mechanism, and it might trick you and make you believe that it's working, but it's not, because it is literally destroying you. It's a self-destructive coping mechanism, not a healthy coping mechanism. And so to actually heal from this, you need to find healthy coping mechanisms. That is the number one key thing to do. That is number one importance. You deserve recovery. You deserve to be able to let go of this. If you have any thoughts, anything you want me to talk about, please DM me. My Instagram is Grace W Lifestyle. Obviously, my TikTok is the same. Please message on any of those platforms. I do try and get back to people on messages, so please, if you have any thoughts on the pod, whether you like it, whether you don't like something, whether you want me to talk about a specific thing, please just let me know. And yeah, I hope you've had a wonderful week, and if you've got Sunday scaries, do not worry. Tomorrow is just another day, and I am so proud of you. You are doing incredible. Very proud. I'm sending so much love, and I'll see you next week for another episode. Bye!